Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliet Celeste, and hopefully your favorite first generation Haitian American young woman living in Florida, particularly down south. In today's video, it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm trying voice recording instead of a live shooting due to the background of my videos. I've noticed in the past, I've received some, I would say, harsh comments pertaining to the smoke detector. So I'm trying out to see how well you guys like this option better. Here we will be getting an update for my May 2023 plans of action. So I'm going to break it down by each area that I was targeting. As always, in the last video, the goal was to pay off Care Credit Medical, and I completed that on April 27th of 2023. That entire balance that I ended up paying off was $2,525. I paid it in a span of October of 2022 to April of 2023 by working my 3 jobs, in which 2 of them are part-time and one of them is a full-time 40 hours a week job. So I would say it took me about 6 months to pay it off. Now we're going to talk about my Ulta Mastercard balance. So Ulta Mastercard balance was $374.13. I'm going to see if I can put on the side a breakdown of how I'm planning to pay it off. So let's get to it. I don't know if you guys watched my previous YouTube video in which I explained that I had a dispute of $200.45 that I've been trying since September/October of last year, removed off of my Ulta Mastercard credit card account. Long story short, I purchased something in July, never received it, filed a dispute in October/September of 2022. They approved me, and instead of approving me for the correct amount of $200.45, they approved me for $13.36. When I contacted Ulta, they told me that I had to refile another dispute. They wouldn't be able to appeal the one that I initially filed, although it was an error on their part. So I had to create a new one, a new dispute in December of 2022. February of 2023 came, called them. I called them when I noticed that I wasn't getting any letter or any correspondence from them, i.e., whether it was from email, mail, or even a phone call, in which I called them and they said that the dispute was denied because I waited until December to file the claim. And in which I told them no. I spoke to so on. Like, y'all, when I make payments and stuff, not only do I screenshot, but any phone calls that I had with anyone, I write down your name. If you have a ID number, I write that number. If there was a meeting number, I even write down the time I called you. I screenshot the duration of the call. And so I went back and forth with them for a little bit, to the point where I think they finally gave up. They was like, here, dang, here's your credit. But they ended up reimbursing me the $200.45. So after subtracting the let's see, I had a balance of $374.13. When they finally credited me back the $200.45, finally, I was left with a balance of $173.68. Now, since then, I've paid off $30 from my primary income job's paycheck. And then I paid off $25 times 3, in other words, $75 from part-time job number 1 and 2. So now my current balance as of today is actually $68.68. And we are a little over halfway through the month of May. So I feel like I'm getting closer to completing that. Like I said in my previous video pertaining to this, I didn't expect part-time job number 1 to have any events at all, because they plan to basically shut down the garage temporarily just to remodel, update a few things, revamp the garage so it's more accessible to the public. And so when I got messages from my supervisor, like, yeah, you're working this month, I was like, this month? What do you mean? We're not supposed to be working. She's like, no, there's events going on and we need you to work. And so I was called back to work. And notice how my goal was to pay it off by May 31st, and my how was to put the money towards part-time job number one for the remaining balance. So not only was I putting money, well, some of it from part-time job number two, but I was also putting money from primary job number one, which is my primary income, where I work 40 hours a week, 160 hours per paycheck. And then I was also putting in money from part-time job number one, which I'm so grateful for that they were able to open up for the month of May. Now for a VyStar personal loan. The balance was $773.71. By May 31st of this year, 2023, my goal was to have $495 or less left to pay. And y'all, I'm gonna keep saying this. This was based off of solely just relying on income from part-time job number two, because like I said, part-time job number one was supposed to be on pause. I was supposed to have no income from them. And so with the extra income that I got from part-time job number one, y'all, I am happy to say that my balance as of today for VyStar personal loan is $328.51. I was able to put $450 between last video and this video towards VyStar personal loan. And by God's grace, of that $450, $445.20 went towards the principal, while only $4.80 went towards the interest. And you're probably wondering, how on earth? So I don't know where I stumbled upon this, but someone, I think one of my good girlfriends was telling me, if you have a large lump sum of money that you want to pay towards a bill, do not pay the entire thing all at once, because majority of it, especially if it's a debt, will go towards interest. Break it down and pay certain amounts, whether it's a day apart, a week apart, but break it down. So what I did was, say for instance, I know in my last video I stated that I put $150 towards VyStar personal loan. I put $50 one day, and then the following day I put $100. And literally between those periods, that maybe 12 or 24-hour period, the interest was less than $1. So my main suggestion is, like I said, if you have a large debt you're paying off, don't do a large lump sum. Try to break it down so that way majority, if not all of it, will go towards your principal and not your interest. So VyStar is at $328.51. I've actually surpassed my goal for VyStar. Will I stop and just let the $328.51 not accumulate, but let it stay like that and then continue off in June? Of course not. I I because there's extra hours, like I said, from part-time job number one, I will be getting paid May 25th. And then my goal with that paycheck based off of the hours is to put $50 towards that. And then also part-time job number two, I'm getting paid on the 26th. So my goal is to put $100 that day. So the 25th, May 25th, I'm putting 50, and then May 26th, I'm putting 100, making a total of 150. So hopefully when I give you guys a final update, hopefully by June 1st or 2nd, or even the 3rd, VyStar will be close to zero. And y'all, this was the loan that I took out, that the initial balance was $2,509.10. And when I first started paying it, I was barely making $100 paycheck, not paycheck. I was barely making $100 payments because I just couldn't afford it. But now that I have my two extra jobs, I'm able to pay it off even quicker. Now, start the random challenge, the $250 challenge. I'm laughing because start. I did not start it, y'all. I just, because I've been so focused on the other goals, the other plans, I completely forgot this challenge. And you know what the funny thing is? As I'm making this video, I'm looking, I'm like, why did I say I was gonna start that? Why would I lie to myself like that? But I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't able to start the random $250 challenge. Hopefully I will be able to start it this upcoming June because majority of my debt will be gone, so I can start throwing random 10, 20, 50, maybe who knows, $100 towards a challenge. But that challenge right there, epic fail. maybe maybe I'll throw something towards it and I'll let you guys know at the end of the month slash June, early of June, to see if I did end up starting. But as of now, your girl ain't starting nothing about that challenge. And then last but not least, repay IRS debt. So I'm gonna do a breakdown hopefully on the side. My I have an emergency fund, which that goal is to have $10,000 in it by the end of the year, and then I have a regular savings goal, which is to have $1,000 at the end of the year. Now, before I owed the IRS, that saving had a whopping $500 in it. Now, somebody's probably saying $500 ain't nothing. $500 is something to me because I didn't have that compared to last year. I only had $150 to my name. Okay. So I had $500 in that account. When I found out that I was going to owe the IRS $244, I was willing to use the money from the regular savings. What caught me off guard when I went to go pay IRS, they was like, "Oh, we gotta charge you an additional fee for using a credit card." And I was like, "Oh, that's a little trifling, but I understand. I mean, if you're gonna rip me off, rip me all the way off." So, um, for the IRS, it wasn't just $244. They had to take a charge fee for the credit card. So I believe, let me see, they took an extra, I think $4 from me for using the credit card. So let me check my notes real quick. So they ended up taking, instead of it being $244 exactly, it ended up being $248.51 that they charged me, and I'm okay with that because one thing, I'd rather owe Sally Mae than our IRS, because IRS will take assets, y'all. You think you can run from IRS? They will take your car, your house. They will seize your funds. They will do whatever they got to get their money, and I don't play about them. Okay, and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. So yes, they ended up charging me $248.51, and afterwards I was left with a remaining balance of $251.49 in my regular savings account. So at the moment, my goal was slash is to not pay off, but to replenish the $248 and 50, what was it? 51 cents that was put towards IRS. Since making the last video to this video, I was able to put $75, won't he do it, towards my account. So with the $251.45 plus 75, as of today, my account has $326.49. So technically, I am, let me see, I think I'm $173.51 away from my goal. Is it achievable? Absolutely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and create an estimated budget like I usually do and see how much money can go towards my IRS payback for my upcoming from my upcoming part-time job number 1, 2, as well as my primary income job, and I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, this is my update, guys. I greatly appreciate the new subscribers. I appreciate the people who like, even dislike, because y'all keep it real, whether it hurts or not. My comment, who even comments, people who share. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I never expected to interact with anyone on my YouTube. So the fact that I'm interacting with just one person or even a few, I greatly appreciate it. my next few videos will be discussing paycheck number 2 from both part-time job number 1 and 2, because y'all, I'm like I keep saying, I didn't expect to be paid at all from part-time job number 1. So the fact that I have 2 paychecks, I'm dumbfounded. Um, so yeah, in total this month, I think you guys will be seeing a total of 5 paychecks, from 1 being from primary job number 1, 2 being from part-time job number 2, and then 2 being from part-time job number 3. I will give you guys an update to see if I succeeded with this plan of action by the end of the month. And if you guys have any video suggestions, you're more than welcome to post them below, and let me know. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you have any suggestions or tips below for me, you're more than welcome to post them. And to wrap up this video, if you have any suggestions on how to generate more income, whether it's remote, physical, virtual, you're more than welcome to let me know, as long as it is less taxing mentally and physically. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.